points in the game.
The Bearcats will kick it away to start us off. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. So Louisiana Monroe's offense will get first crack at it here. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against candidly an overmatched opponent, but hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any shot.
Dropping back, it's Allen. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And a great job on the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Warhawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. Going to swing it on second down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Job number one for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work.
Okay, ready?
Rides the back and leaves it.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Makes the grab. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Lowers those pads, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking for space, it's Diggs. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. We've reached the break. Cincinnati is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Looking to throw, it's Allen. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good game.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Warhawks decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Bearcats with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Off the boot, looking for his man. Fires into the end zone. strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Allen. Here's the pressure. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Makes the catch at the 45. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. The Warhawks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. His drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to...
Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Rides the back on the option to give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Bearcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's James. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. All kinds of room to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bearcats. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. The give from the gun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Back to pass, it's Allen. Under fire. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Finding an escape route. Jukes his way for more. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires it incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Allen. He's got his man, makes the grab. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Defense still has a couple of timeouts here, David, but the offense ought to have things well in hand.
Well in hand, make them use their timeouts. Them only having two, Palmer, they're not getting back in this game unless I do something stupid.
Yeah, make them earn it. Doing something stupid would be throwing in completions right here and stopping the clock, letting the opponent keep their timeout. So you got to be really smart with the play call.
Give to the running back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. We'll put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. So the Warhawks offense will have the football first. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has...
And they'll wrap him up.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with two great plays.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Touchdown, Bearcats! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Under fire.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit, and if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You've got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for space. It's Morrison. There he goes. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Warhawks send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Bearcats offense will go to work for the first time. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays. Maybe play a little bit deeper than normal, sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
He is down at the one. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
The Bearcats will try to punch it in on first and goal. Trying to slam in. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Leaves it with the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to pass. It's Childs. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And how about this defense, man? They just keep making plays. Another forced turnover and another touchdown, man. They don't just scoop these fumbles up. They're scooping them up with the intent to score. Their second fumble return for a touchdown today.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be dragged down. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback on the keeper. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
What a great job by the defense, forcing a 3 and out. Beautiful job in coverage there. This is going to set up a punt and get them the football back in great field position.
The Warhawks will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Warhawks will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Makes a move. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. They'll open the 2nd half on the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Bearcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Inside the 45. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. And the Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the 1st down, and really starting to play physical.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. They'll go with a direct snap. Powers through the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Childs. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. We've reached the break. Cincinnati is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. The give, and tick, 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 tick. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to fire. Going for 6. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Breaks into the open. Past the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Finds his tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Warhawks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. He wants a big play here late. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.